Today I'll be talking about the perspectives of stroke research in Pakistan. So I have no financial disclosure or conflict of interest with the presented material in this presentation. And I'll be going to talk about, do we need stroke research in Pakistan? And what are the research areas we are going to focus on? And current situation of stroke research in Pakistan, then the way forward, about the national international collaboration in stroke research, and then role of Pakistan Stroke Society, PSN, some other universities, and I'll also cover the funding, the priority settings, and then the research training and clinical trial centers, and then we will like to have some future plan as well. So, do we need stroke research in Pakistan? Uh, the point was well highlighted by Professor Khatri Saab. उन्होंने जो आप ये स्लाइड दिखाई थी रेड के स्ट्रोक सर्वेलेंस में पाकिस्तान लीस्ट उन कंट्रीज में है जिनका डेटा लीस्ट अवेलेबल है फॉर इंटरनेशनल ऑडियंस. स्ट्रोक रिसर्च जरूरी इसलिए है कि हमने आगे देखना है कि इसका स्ट्रोक का इम्पैक्ट कितना है, एंड ऑल डिपेंड्स अपॉन द डिजीज बर्डन, because we have to allocate our resources according to the disease burden. So we will have to have a look on the disease burden of stroke in Pakistan, and we have to address the local issues in the future research as well. Regarding the disease burden, the global, it's the second leading cause of mortality across the world. So it's the 10.2% of the global deaths, and 67% of deaths of all neurological diseases, and 5.2% of Delhi's last global stroke is contributing to that. Annually, 15 million people worldwide, they get a stroke, and 5 million die, another 5 million are left with permanent disability. So high mortality rate with high burden of disability. In Pakistan, in the South Asia, the prevalence rate is 0.0452 to 0.47. So there's a range variation in the different countries in South Asia. In Pakistan, we conducted a survey for stroke prevalence in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 24 districts, and 22,500 people were screened for it. And the stroke prevalence in our study was 1.2%. Previously, two population-based studies in Karachi, one was Aisha Kamal and her colleagues were 19.5%, and the other was for Jafar TH, 4.8%. These were the highest prevalence rates reported in the world. But unfortunately, there was a small sample size of only 500, and one study 550 people were screened. So that's why that resulted in very high prevalence rate. So we had a study there with the stroke prevalence of 1.2%, or 1200 per 100,000 people were getting stroke. Now we have to focus on the research areas. We have to focus on the epidemiological research, and so that it should be population-based studies, not the hospital-based studies. Then we have to focus on the prevention of stroke, because we are a resource-constrained country and we would like to get less number of people with stroke. Then we will focus on the treatment, or we should focus on the treatment of stroke, therapeutics, as well as the rehab, short-term and long-term. Now, the research usually is have different types, like the depth model. We are focusing on diagnostic research, or etiological research, or prognostic, or therapeutic. So these are the different areas we have to focus in the future research of the stroke. Now, before going for the future, we have to look at the current situation of research, stroke-related research in Pakistan. We will have a global view data, the stroke data from Pakistan. Just skip the slide and looking at the Medline data. Since 1994, there are 743 articles in the last 27 years. And luckily, the more articles are coming for the last 5 years, 411 in the last 5 years in the Medline data is available. The most prolific researchers in the stroke, according to the Medline data, were Dr. Aisha Kamal had 101 articles and Professor Vase and 68. There are others as well, but I'll just focus on the top two. And then the institution-wise, if you see the Aga Khan University had 301 articles and Shifa Hospital was 57. The others, this is the PubMed data. If we compare it with the Google Scholar, now there are more than 71,000 articles related to stroke from Pakistan. So there's a huge gap in the Medline data and in the Google Scholar. The problem mainly is because the majority of studies are in the local journals, which are not indexed. So these data is not visible for the international audience. The people are doing search on the Medline PubMed. So, and usually these data are not counted in the global database. So we are contributing very little to the international pool of data if we look at this. And the reasons could be multiple, but the top two reasons are that our research is for promotion only. Faculty members doing research for the promotion, and there is no fixed criteria for doing it. Anything that is possible, least effort required and quick. So they just do it and publish it within few months or few weeks. They try to get it in few days rather. And then the less number of indexed journals in Pakistan, only 3 medical journals are indexed PubMed, and they are waiting period of more than a year and a half for publication. That's why we are getting less number of, but the studies are going on, research is going on, but the quality of research is mattering. Now looking at the epidemiological data, usually the study should be done in population-based studies. And there are some stroke registries like Oxfordshire Stroke Registry was there in Pakistan. We have now the Pakistan Stroke Society has now Professor Vase is collecting data. So with that, we can have the local data available. Now looking at the 3, already I mentioned that these 3 were the only population-based studies available. One was in 2009, that was conducted in 2002, published in 2009. And the second was then, first one in 2006, second one 2009, and we did it in 16-17 and published in 2020. Now the Pakistan Stroke Registry, this is a app available in the mobile, and Professor Vase might have presented or he will be presenting data about it. Then the risk factor etiological research. There's a one major global collaboration, the like just Inter-Heart study, it was Inter-Stroke study, and it had the Pakistan data as well. Dr. Romaina Iqbal was the contributor from Pakistan. Then there are plenty of hospital-based studies. There are numerous studies and small-scale studies. You can see 132, 280, 500, 100, 100. So these are small studies, usually promotion-based studies, looking for the risk factors of etiological factor in the stroke in small-scale studies. But we need to explore the non-conventional risk factors like hookah smoking, consumption of dalda, desi ghee, smokeless tobacco. These have been highlighted by Professor Vase in one of the review article as well. In therapeutics, This is the least studied area in Pakistan regarding stroke, because we need to conduct the randomized control trial, clinical trials, and that have some certain SOPs to be followed, and clinical trials registration should be done. And unfortunately, we are lagging behind in this area. If you look at the South Asian, then 132 mm, clinical trials have been registered in clinicaltrials.gov, and out of these only 61 were from Pakistan, and they are majority of them are morely with the rehab people, the physiotherapy, the outcome, and very few clinical research have been conducted in that. So in the rehab, they people are going pretty well as compared to our clinicians. In Medline, 74 out of 473 were related to stroke rehab, and clinical trials there more than half were related to rehabilitation. Now the secondary research, the review articles, if we compare, the narrative review were 113 on Medline and systematic review are only 38. And the Cochrane systematic review and meta-analysis, the gold standard systematic review are only two, and both were conducted by Dr. Aisha Kamal and her colleagues. So this is another area we may focus on it in the Cochrane systematic review for future. Now for future looking, the way forward should be that we need to set our priorities. So priority settings, everybody is doing research, every institute is doing research, every faculty member is doing, rather every trainee is doing research, may be stroke related or may not be stroke related, but stroke related research I'm focusing on. We have to set the priorities. Stroke prevention, diagnosis, pre-hospital care, hospital care, especially the stroke units are the non-eligible for TPA thrombectomies, and then rehab with the short and long term, and then secondary prevention studies. So we have to set our priorities to do the research according to these priorities and according to the disease burden of this. Now, population-based studies, we need to study more prevalence study from all provinces and different ethnic groups. We need to focus on it, and we need to do large sample size studies, so that it should be a real reflection of the real situation. Then the lifestyle, the local risk factors, the primary prevention, we have to focus on these things. This was population based. Now this research in the specialized units, in the stroke units, in the major centers where the stroke patients are dealt, we need to focus more on the clinical trials and intervention stroke treatments. We need to present our data to the international pool of data, so that it should be then somebody may analyze it in systematic review and meta-analysis. Now, majority of the stroke are not reaching or approaching to these tertiary care centers. Remember, the 2/3 of our population is in the villages. So we have to look for these areas. We need to focus on it, because this is more than 2/3 of the stroke patients, and we have to focus on this. Delay in the diagnosis, first consultation with doctors. With Professor Ashfaq Sheikh, when we planned one study, the Asia Africa streptokinase study, and we were screening for the people whether they are in the reaching, they will be able to reach in the 4.5 or window period. In cohort, when I collected data of more than 100 stroke patients, and the mean duration from onset of stroke to consult any doctor was 30 to 33 days. वो पहले जो है उस दम दारू वाले के पास जाते हैं, उसने उस पे पानी भी बंद किया होता है और पंखी की हवा भी बंद की होती है, और किसी डॉक्टर को भी नहीं दिखाना, और कमरे में बंद करके महीने 1.5 महीने बाद फिर जो है वो किसी डॉक्टर के पास जाता है. सो वी हैव टू फोकस ऑन दीज पीपल हु आर लेट फॉर TPA or thrombectomy, and then we have to focus on the acute stroke in the setting without TPA interventions. Like if they are well in the time, what drug should we offer to them when we don't have the TP available or there is no stroke unit available? How these patients should be treated? We have to conduct proper studies to collect the evidence कि जी हमने डिस्प्रिन 300 दे दें या कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ ड्रग्स दे दें, कौन सा ड्रग कहाँ काम करेगा. Nobody in the world is doing to conduct these studies. We have to do because this is our problem. Then especially for the long term care कि जी हमने क्लोपिडाग्रेल डिस्प्रिन कॉम्बिनेशन कितने अरसे तक देनी है. ज्यादातर जितनी भी मेटा एनालिसिस हुए 5-6 महीने से ज्यादा किसी ने स्टडी नहीं की. लॉन्ग टर्म सेफ्टी ऑफ द ड्रग्स, लॉन्ग टर्म आउटकम ऑफ द स्ट्रोक पेशेंट एंड देन सेकेंडरी प्रिवेंशन ऑफ द ड्रग्स, वी हैव टू फोकस ऑन दीज थिंग्स. Then multidisciplinary stroke research. प्रोफेसर खत्री साहब ने भी इस पे आई एम ग्लैड कि उन्होंने भी इसको पॉइंट आउट किया है. एंड we have to out of the box हमने थोड़ा सोचना होगा. Multidisciplinary, we have to do giant efforts with the rehab people, with the physiotherapists, neuroradiology, psychiatry, psychology, mental health people. Then the qualitative research, we have to look at the qualitatively what different phenomena are going on with the stroke patients and the tension, the treatment seeking behavior and different things can be done, and then the basic sciences as well. Then जिस तरह पहले से खत्री साहब ने एग्जैक्टली इन्हीं पॉइंट्स को हाईलाइट किया था, कोलैबोरेटिव रिसर्च. अब हर सेंटर अलग अलग कर रहा है और 50-100 मरीज देख रहे थे. व्हाई वी आर नॉट गोइंग फॉर कोलैबोरेशन, नेशनल एज वेल एज इंटरनेशनल? If big centers, big guns can join hand together, so we can conduct a big trial inside the Pakistan, जिसमें कराची, लाहौर, पेशावर, इस्लामाबाद सारे हों. So we need to focus on this. इसके लिए हमने proper planning करनी होगी, इस तरह नहीं होगा. इसी तरह इंटरनेशनल भी आप participate in ongoing multi-center trials. मैंने 2-3 ट्रायल्स में इंटरनेशनल हिस्सा हुआ था. इट्स अ वेरी गुड लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस. वी कंडक्टेड ट्रायल्स विद द एक्सपर्ट.
2 more minutes for this session, please.
Just a couple of slides on that. So the capacity, we need to focus on the capacity building of the faculty, the trainees, and there should be continuous training of these faculty members as well as trainees in the research. Special slot in every conference should be done, as well as we have to seek the help of an international organization like APNA is doing very good efforts. And yesterday even the APNA people were having the PI or clinical trials पे. Danish is the main person, he is neurologist movement, so we can take help of him as well. Then the clinical trials universities को करना चाहिए, and everybody should do a good clinical practice certificate course. ये free online available है, NIDA training के नाम से, GCP है, that will help you. Funding है, higher education commission funds देता है university को. हेल्थ रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट पहले इसको PMRC या PHRC कहते थे. इसके अलावा पाकिस्तान सोसाइटी ऑफ न्यूरोलॉजी, पाकिस्तान सोसाइटी ऑफ स्ट्रोक जो है, उनको अपना कुछ फंड्स जो है एलोकेट करना चाहिए. एंड द ड्रग्स फार्मा भी अपना हेल्प कर सकते हैं इसमें. फिर एक और चीज जो मैं हाईलाइट करना चाह रहा था, सिस्टमेटिक रिव्यू मेटा एनालिसिस में कॉकरेन में आपको जाना चाहिए. कॉकरेन की ट्रेनिंग जो है आगा खान में इधर है, जेदास ये लोग वगैरह करते हैं. इनका मेंटल हेल्थ ग्रुप है और पाकिस्तान से जो है, और हमारी Dr. Aisha is probably in the editor and the group as well. So these can be explored, and whatever it is, we need to make a 5 years future plan for research in stroke, and same can be applied to PSN in other discipline as well. Thank you very much.